everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some good stuff going on. Quite honestly, I'm always so excited about BABYMONSTER promotions because we've got Leeemojins, we've got variety of shows, we've got the first take. Again, I'm so excited. This time they're not going to be covering their newest song, they're going to be doing Sheesh, but I think it's because the first take is doing some anniversary stuff. And they want every group to perform the song that basically got them on the map of the world, of the music world. Something that went viral, something that they are very well known for. So today I got Sheesh. And I'm saying I got Sheesh because, as you guys know, Sheesh is one of my most favorite songs from BABYMONSTER. It was my first like real heavy connection to them where I was like, yes, I'm locked in with this group. Like I'm locked in with their journey. I will follow, I'll be there. And I started to feel like really heavily invested. For me, it's going to be a little bittersweet. I'm so excited to see them on the first take again. But some of favorite parts for me from Sheesh are from Rami. And I miss her so much. I miss Rami like tremendously, and I know a lot of you guys are sharing the same sentiments, but let's see how they're gonna cover her parts. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do a very good job. We've got a couple of vocalists in this group that can kind of join forces to cover for Rami, so I'm excited to see that. Also, very quickly, let me remind you that I still have a couple of slots open for vocal analysis. So if you would like to work with me on your voice and you would like to start your singing journey with me, definitely check the link down in the description. The vocal analysis is kind of an entrance into your singing world, so I'm going to be super excited to meet you there. And without any further ado, let's get to the video. Can we just acknowledge? I could have put it higher on volume. All the trinkets and all the things that they are adorned with, just like making so much noise as they're getting on the stage. This is so funny. Listen.
Wow.
So much noise just from the things that they are dressed in.
お久しぶりです。それでは挨拶させていただきます。せーの。こんにちは、ベイビーモンスターです。わー。イエーイ。こんにちは。こんにちは。
Can we just... Oh my god.
です。わー。イエーイ。こんにちは。こんにちは。
The visuals though, like I don't know. I always said that BABYMONSTER has like incredible visuals. You know, the visually for me, like Asa is just like I don't think it's fair. All right, when I first saw her, I was like, God, what the hell? That is not fair. It's just that's not nice, you know, to exist in one planet with a human that looks like that, quite literally. Katriinka looks gorgeous as well. Yeah, so that was what I was talking about. It was the 6th anniversary for the first take. So and a lot of people were upset that they didn't do We Go Up. But I think the idea was that they were supposed to cover like the most famous or like the song that kind of got them out.
私たちもファンの皆さんに心を込めて歌とパフォーマンスをお届けします。これからもザ・ファーストテイクを応援しています。応援しています。それじゃあみんな手出してください。はい。
Ooh, I love how Ruka just took the control. She has such a natural leader quality in her. I love that so much.
パフォーマンスをお届けします。
And I love her speech voice. If you notice, she has a very nice low, relaxed voice.
これからもザ・ファーストテイクを応援しています。応援しています。それじゃあみんな手出してください。はい。1、2、3。はい。
1、2、3。
行きましょう。Let's go.
Okay, let's go, guys.
Baby, I'm a monster. Mana, in mana, I see you in slow-mo. You know you're in trouble. Ooh, 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 ooh. 밟아, 뭉쳐봐. 어차피 손바닥 위
an interesting intro here because we have a little bit of a change from Chiquita.
Baby, I'm a monster.
Parita is still doing Baby, I'm a monster. So normally we would get it in a little bit of a post-production, the Baby, I'm a monster. Like almost chopped beginning of that phrase. Baby, I'm a monster. There's a little production kind of swindle going on in the original song, but you can kind of fake it a little bit through a certain way of pronouncing it. Baby, I'm a monster. Like almost like chopping it in half. Monster. You can hear it like a little empty space there.
Baby, I'm a monster. I see you in slow-mo. You know you're in trouble.
She connected it much more than in the original. So in original, it's very choppy. Anna, Imana, I see you in slow-mo. Da 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 ba 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 ba. And here it was much more connected if you listen.
You in slow-mo. You know you're in trouble.
Good. So this would be a Rami part, right? Right here. I actually like that they put Parita in. Rami has a little bit of contrast build voice. So she has a very light head voice, and specifically in this part, you're getting a lot of it, like so lightweight heavy. Right, it's like very fluctuating between those two. I'm sorry, I peeked in my microphone. I'm very loud today. And you can, it can be really hard to replace a voice like that because it has to be covered by a very specific quality. While I really like that they put Parita there because she is the closest one to actual weight that Rami has. Most of the other girls have very either light voices. They do like to mix a lot of air in. For example, like Rora, she is very agile. She has a very sweet voice, but she does not like to use, or she's not very heavy in her core voice, in her natural. And Parita, on the other hand, though, she can absolutely cover that heaviness that is very similar to Rami. So I really like that she was used there, actually. And she was kind of flipped with Ahyeon, which is interesting because Rami, when she goes into that, she's starting from the head voice always, if I remember it correctly. So it's and just the last tone has the weight. So she's going through the head voice, the upper register, down crashing to the low register. Well, Parita went with a full weight on the entire phrase. Right? And then we have almost kind of mirrored version of what Rami does with Ahyeon, because Ahyeon went for the low phrase, quite light. So we've got Parita covering the higher parts, still in a full heavy tone, and Ahyeon having just a little kind of chip in, quite lighter, which is quite contrastful to what Rami does with that phrase, but in the best way possible. I kind of like that sound of it.
Got them all gone.
Yeah, 흐른시 얀들이 보라니 달팽관에
이거는 그여자 true grow. 영하게.
Oh my god, I love her deeper voice in here. I know that they are trying to utilize it more. Or better said, with Ruka, they are not avoiding her natural sound of the voice. I'm so happy they're also not pushing Ruka to go into, more cutesy sound, because it would be such a loss. It would be such a pity. But I actually would wish them to emphasize it even more. It's such an amazing quality for her. She reminds me a little bit of Uki from Idol. And you can see how Idol really started to kind of focus on that and market it very well. Like Uki has a really cool little voice. Like it's such a badass girl type of quality, And I love it with Ruka so much as well. I wish we would talk about it quite much more.
Yeah, got them all gone. Yeah, 흐른시 얀들이보다니 달팽관에 이거는 그여자 초고 겸하게 맞추 그냥 춤춰 기분이 핫바 뿜뿜 파워 분위기 타올라 니들은 돌아 쌩하니 적잖이 충격일 거야 On this queen 홈런은 조건에 담으위 어중이 저중이 중간하니 나보고
That little flute. She can know it. A little bit of that hiccup is so cool there. This is probably one of my favorite rap combos. I love Ruka and Asa, don't get me wrong, but from all the songs, probably this exchange is just like my favorite part. It has color, it has power, it is enticing, it's cheeky, it's fun, it has really good pitch fluctuations. So we've got power with a ta-da-da-ta-ta-ta, but then we also have a little bit of a movement, so it's not getting monotone. Ta-da-da-ta-ta-ta. It's just so good. I love this part. It's quite literally one of my favorite ones when it comes to rap.
You know what it is, everybody that's pull up in a ghost, pick a boo hoo. Vroom, vroom, 니네 심장에 박수니 pop, 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 패러들아. Click, clap, click, put them up to the sky, high, high.
For me, Asa, what is really interesting about her, and I saw it on WeGo app as well, she really learned how to create a lot of projection. So she's literally spitting the sound out. She never is swallowing it, or she has never an issues of really blocking the sound. Everything is leaning on very strong consonants. So always out, really good projection. Therefore, she doesn't have to use a lot of pressure on her voice. She can stay in quite leveled place. She's modulating it sometimes a little bit with a little elevated larynx. She does like to have a little bit of a brighter voice. She's not trying to go darker. She's not trying to drop her larynx to go She's more type of girl, if you know what I mean. But that projection is what makes that rap strong and very legible for her.
You know what it is, everybody that's pull up in a ghost, pick a boo hoo. Vroom, vroom, 니네 심장에 박수니 pop.
Room, room, ticka boom. She's always in the front.
Pop, pop, 패러들아. Click, clap, click, put them up to the sky, high, high. All eyes on me. 불을 질러라. Do or die, all my life. Yeah, you ain't seen nothing yet. Got them all going.
Ooh, I love that she actually held it. Yeah! And with a little bit of a slide after that.
Yeah, you ain't seen nothing yet. Got them all going. Yeah, BABYMON. Yeah, got them all going. 마음껏 웃어봐. 이제 내 차례니까 천천히 불태워 네가 잠든 사이.
Good range, Rora. Look at you.
내 차례 마음껏 웃어봐.
She's a little modulating there. Just like this Rora modulation. So her sound is sitting a little bit towards the back.
Yeah, got them all going. 마음껏 웃어봐. 이제 내 차례니까 천천히 불태워.
Also, I love this flip. No, you can hear the flip through the vocal break there. No. This is low. This is low for her range, but she did it so well. She still did not lose the color there or control. She was actually able to create a little bit more. Yeah, we've got a little crowiness when Rami does it. Like she really goes into the little crowy sound. And Rora did a very good job of emulating that. It's not as strong as Rami, of course, but like she did really good job doing that. And still maintained a lot of movement there. So it can be really difficult to make a riff if it's too low for your range. And she still maintains such a good riff there.
Time's up. 올라가서 꽃대기를 하늘 위 Fly away. 온 세상을 뒤집어. Come on, let's ride.
This was a good weight of it. One thing that I really like to hear is that if you hear her in this passage, and then if you hear the top tone, you can hear that it thinned out, which is just what is supposed to happen. You cannot go higher in your range and your volume would go up, right? You have thinning in your vocal cords. You are kind of progressing in your range. Your very high range is on that top tone cannot measure to, I don't know, your full chest belt, right? So what I like to see is that before, when she was forcing it, she would actually go up with the volume, which can signal, I'm sorry, I couldn't find the words, can signal that there is, the tone is created more by a pressure than through actual support and correct placement of the tone. Now, if you notice, we've got a very good dynamic within that phrase. So now it's very bright, but it has a very relaxed space too. She has a nice opener there, and you can hear that tone is not it doesn't have too much twang in it, too much nasality in it either. It has a really nice soft sound. Good. I like it. And also the length of it, I'm very happy. She used to hold it very long. Now this amount, like this length is for me probably the most fitting. Good. Loved it. Actually, one of my favorite ones from her probably.
Baby, I'm a monster. Monsters met your skin. BABYMON. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. BABYMON. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Let's go. Jump, jump and let it go. Watch out, we are.
Sheesh outro is one of my favorite things. I know that I said it like 16 times during this video. I apologize, but I generally do like sheesh. I love how confident they are. I remember when they started to get these songs from YG and they were just brutal. They were something that most of the K-pop groups wouldn't even handle or entertain. Like, they were hard. The songs were difficult, and I remember how stressed they were to perform them live. At first Sheesh and then Drip too. Like, they were hard songs, you know? And there was a lot of pressure on all of the girls, on Ayeon too. It was just a lot of pressure on a very young performance and young girls. But it just really, I think, also during their tour, it got them into such a high level performance, you know, status. And Their singing also have not regressed, which I'm very happy, because very often I see people regress, specifically K-pop groups regress during their tours because a lot of bad habits wake up. Because you're tired, you are exhausted, and you are coping as well as you can. And that's where a lot of bad habits kind of pop their head out, and you cannot get rid of them again, or it takes some time to get rid of them again. I actually seen a lot of progress because I did Chiquita a couple of days ago. I saw a lot of progress with her. I see a lot of progress with Parita as well. I see a lot of progress with Ahion Rora. I am still waiting for her big moment. I'm gonna be the first one in the first row cheering for her on, quite honestly, because I think she has incredible unique qualities as well around her. It really was a massive test for them to do that tour and do all those live performances. Again, I know a lot of people are gonna be yelling at me that the first thing is post-produced. Yes, the first thing is post-produced. Lee Mujin is post-produced. Dingo is post-produced. Most, I would say almost 90% of the singing shows are post-produced. I think there is one radio show in Korea that does not post-produce their sound. I'm not 100% sure though either with them. I really liked the way they covered for Rami. I feel like they were not trying to fully impersonate her or, you know, like fully replace what she's doing, because it's just so typical for her, and it's just something that, like, you know, like Rami cannot be replaced, and I feel like they respected it with this performance a lot. They were not trying to impersonate her, which I think very often the things would boil down to that when you're like kind of like trying to take someone's place or like cover for them. You try to do them, you try to do it as much as them as possible, just so you don't feel the missing link. But they did it very respectfully. They used some of her techniques, which I really like Rora, for example, used some of the Rami technique, and that was really cool to see it on other singer that usually would not use that, but they were not trying to impersonate her. They did it their own way still, with still like honoring her parts. So that was very, very cool. I really appreciated that, and it was nice to see a group versatile enough that they can cover for such an important member. Yeah, anyways, I genuinely enjoyed this quite a lot. I'm happy to see them on the first take again. It is even though post-produced, still very stripped down performance, and you can see a lot of technique, and you can see a lot of what they're doing in a very clean surrounding. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here is the video that YouTube actually recommends for you, and here are the rest of my BABYMONSTER reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.